15 red flags to never ignore when dating. Protect your heart, protect your peace. Dating can be exciting, magical, and full of hope. But it can also be confusing, especially when your heart wants love, but the signs are telling you something's wrong. In this video, we're going to talk about 15 red flags you should never ignore when dating. These signs might be subtle, or they might be loud. Either way, they're here to protect your peace, your energy, and your future. Because real love should feel like safety, not stress. Let's dive in and uncover the truths that too many people overlook. Your heart deserves the truth, and today, we're going to speak it. 1. They constantly disrespect your boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect our peace, our energy, and our values. Whether it's asking for space when you're overwhelmed, choosing not to share passwords, or saying no to physical intimacy, your boundaries are sacred. But if someone consistently pushes, mocks, or crosses them, that's not romantic persistence, it's manipulation. Maybe they say, "You're too sensitive," or "Why can't you just let me in?" These phrases are emotional pressure. Real love listens. Real love respects. If someone can't honor your no, they won't honor your heart. 2. You always feel like you're walking on eggshells. Have you ever felt like one wrong word could ruin the whole day? That sense of tension, of holding your breath, is a red flag. A healthy relationship is built on emotional safety, where you can be yourself without fear. If you constantly wonder, will this upset them? Should I hide this part of myself? Then your relationship is slowly chipping away at your self-worth. Love should feel like home, not a minefield. 3. They show jealousy and control disguised as love. There's a difference between caring and controlling. When someone tells you what to wear, who to talk to, or how to behave, and then wraps it up with "it's because I love you," that's manipulation, not protection. They may say, "I just want what's best for you," but what they really want is power over you. True love trusts you to make your own choices. Possessiveness might look like passion at first, but over time it becomes a prison. You are not someone's property. You are a person worthy of trust and freedom. 4. They don't take accountability. We all make mistakes. What separates the healthy from the toxic is how we handle them. Does your partner deflect every issue, blame everyone else, twist the facts to make you feel guilty? If they hurt you and say, "Well, you made me do it," or "That's just how I am, deal with it," they're showing you they're not emotionally equipped for real love. Accountability is not weakness. It's emotional maturity. And without it, you'll always be the one apologizing just to keep the peace. 5. Their words and actions don't match. Sweet words mean nothing if they're not backed by truth. It's easy to say, "I love you," but do they show up when it counts? Do they support you in action, not just in empty promises? Maybe they keep saying they'll change. "I'll stop drinking. I'll go to therapy. I'll be better." But months pass and nothing changes. Consistency builds trust. When someone's actions contradict their words, believe the actions. They always tell the real story. 6. You feel more drained than energized. A relationship should add to your life, not subtract from it. You should feel more peaceful, more joyful, more yourself, not anxious, exhausted, or emotionally depleted. Ask yourself this: do I feel lighter when they walk into the room, or heavier? That answer will reveal everything. Love should fill your cup. If all they do is drink from it, eventually you'll be running on empty. 7. They talk down to you or mock your dreams. One of the most painful red flags is subtle, and it sounds like sarcasm. "Oh, that's your big idea? You really think you can do that? Maybe stick to what you're good at." At first, you might laugh it off, but over time, these little jabs turn into wounds. The person who claims to love you should be the loudest voice cheering for your success, not the one clipping your wings. Love doesn't belittle. Love believes in you, even when you're still learning to believe in yourself. 8. You keep making excuses for them. We've all done it. We cover for their behavior. They had a hard day. They didn't mean to yell. They'll change once things calm down. But here's the truth. Growth requires ownership. If you're the only one holding the relationship together, constantly explaining away their actions, it's not a partnership. It's a rescue mission. And love should never feel like you're saving someone from themselves. They isolate you from loved ones. This one creeps in slowly. You stop hanging out with your friends because they don't like them. You talk to your family less because they're always in your business. At first, it seems harmless, even flattering that they want you all to themselves. But isolation is how abusers gain control. They remove your lifelines, so you rely solely on them. Healthy love encourages your connections, celebrates your community, and never makes you feel like you have to choose between love and the people who care about you. 10. You're ignoring your intuition. That gut feeling, the tightness in your chest, the heaviness in your spirit, it's not paranoia. It's wisdom. So many people look back and say, I knew something was off, but I didn't listen. Don't wait for things to get worse before you honor your intuition. If you feel unsafe, unsettled, or unsure more often than you feel loved, supported, and valued, that's not a phase, that's a sign, and your heart deserves better. 11. They rush the relationship too quickly. At first, it feels like a fairy tale. They tell you, I've never felt this way before. They talk about marriage after a few dates, call you their soulmate within days, and make you feel like you've known each other forever. But here's the truth. Love grows, it doesn't sprint. When someone rushes intimacy, emotionally, physically, or romantically, it might feel exciting, but it often masks a deeper issue, a need for control, emotional instability, or fear of being alone. Healthy relationships take time to build, brick by brick, not all at once. You deserve a love that grows with depth, not intensity alone. Don't confuse urgency with passion. The right person will take their time, and take yours seriously. 12. They guilt trip you to get their way. Guilt is a powerful weapon when it's used by the wrong hands. Have you ever heard things like, so you don't love me? After all I've done for you, this is how you treat me? I guess I'm just not good enough for you. This isn't vulnerability, it's emotional manipulation. Someone who truly loves you won't make you feel bad for honoring your needs, setting boundaries, or saying no. They won't twist your kindness into obligation. Love isn't about pressure, it's about partnership. A person who constantly uses guilt to get their way doesn't want connection, they want control. 13. They have unhealed trauma but refuse help. We all carry baggage, pain from our past, wounds from childhood, heartbreaks we're still healing. But the red flag appears when someone acknowledges their trauma but refuses to do anything about it, and then uses it as an excuse for poor behavior. Maybe they lash out and say, that's just how I am. Or they treat you coldly and blame it on their past. Here's the truth. Trauma isn't your fault, but healing is your responsibility. You can't love someone into wholeness. You can support them, yes, but it's not your job to fix them. A healthy relationship requires two people doing the work, not one constantly carrying the emotional weight of the other. 14. They constantly criticize or compare you to others. Subtle digs can slowly erode your self-esteem. Comments like, why can't you be more like my ex? Other girls would have handled this better. You used to dress nicer when we first met. This isn't honesty, it's cruelty in disguise. Someone who loves you doesn't break you down to feel powerful. They uplift you, even when offering feedback. If you find yourself questioning your worth because of their constant criticism or comparisons, it's time to ask yourself if this relationship is building you up or tearing you apart. Your uniqueness is your power. Never let someone make you feel like you're not enough. They only show up when it benefits them. Do they disappear when you need them, but suddenly show up when they need something from you? Money, attention, comfort, validation. This is called transactional love, when their presence is dependent on what they can get, not what they can give. A partner who only calls when they're lonely, only texts when they're bored, or only shows love when you're useful to them is not invested in you. They're invested in their own convenience. True love is mutual. It shows up on the hard days, not just the good ones. It gives without keeping score. And it values you, even when you have nothing to offer but your presence and your heart. If any of these red flags spoke to your situation, don't ignore that inner voice. Your peace matters. Your heart deserves protection. And your love deserves to be cherished, not challenged. Take a moment today to reflect. Ask yourself, am I being loved, or am I just being used to fill a void? You don't have to settle. You don't have to stay stuck. You have the power to choose differently, to walk away, to heal, and to start again. So protect your energy, guard your heart, and never apologize for choosing yourself, because the right love will never require you to lose your light. If this message touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your healing might be the reason someone else finds the strength to walk away too. Comment below, which red flag hit hardest for you? Let's support each other. You're not alone. And your best love story? It hasn't even started yet.